DK is ready to return to the jungle with today's game, Jungle Hunt, for your Atari 8-bit computer. Let's go ahead and take Jungle Hunt. Let's pop it in my 800XL and see how it holds up today. Let's go to the game. Jungle Hunt was published by Atari and carries a copyright year 1983. It is based on the 1982 Taito arcade game. The manual opens with the following. Rumbling rhinoceri, you and your traveling companion were enjoying a leisurely jungle safari when suddenly you were accosted by two savage cannibals. And now they've spirited away your lady friend and plan to cook her up for supper. You'd better rescue her quickly or your sweetie will soon be stew. You have an inkling where they've taken her. It's just through the forest full of hanging ropes, across a crocodile-infested river, up a hill against a landslide of huge boulders, and onto the cannibal's campsite, where your darling is suspended over a steaming cauldron of goo. Press the red fire button to jump ropes or boulders, or to stab the crocodiles with your knife. Use your joystick to run and swim. Pull back on it to duck under bouncing boulders. You have just about 8 minutes to rescue your companion. A timer counts down the seconds you play. Jungle Hunt is a 4-part action game for 1 or 2 players alternating, with 3 modes of difficulty: regular, advanced, or beginner. Throughout the game, you use the joystick to move your man and the button to jump in most sections or to use your knife when in the underwater section. You jump higher when you jump while moving. You can also use the spacebar to pause your game. In the first section, you must jump from vine to vine. In later levels, or on higher difficulties, a monkey might appear on the vine that will knock you off if you touch him. On the second section, you swim in a crocodile-infested river. You could try to stab them, with the manual suggesting that you stab them on their soft white underbelly, although I had more success stabbing them in the mouth, and even better success just avoiding them. You also have to avoid mysterious murk that rises from the bottom. If you contact it, it will hold you until you make it to the surface. You also have an air meter that can be refilled while swimming on the surface. Stay underwater too long and you'll lose a life. The third section features boulders, both big and small, that you'll either need to jump over or duck under. The final section features 2 cannibals for you to jump over to rescue your girl. Just be sure you don't jump into the fire yourself. Once you complete this section, you return to the first at increased difficulty. Scoring-wise, you get 100 points for jumping from rope to rope, 100 points if you successfully stab a crocodile that's near the surface with his mouth closed, or 200 points if you stab him with his mouth open. If you stab a crocodile near the bottom, you'll get 200 points when his mouth is closed and 300 points when his mouth is open. When you jump over a boulder, you get 200 points. If you run under a boulder, you get 50 points. And if you duck under a boulder, you get 100 points. Jumping over a cannibal will get you 200 points. Every 10,000 points, you earn an extra life. You also receive bonus points when you complete the final stage for any time left on a timer, with the bonus equaling 3 times the timer value. And every time you complete a section, you get 500 points. Graphically speaking, I thought this was a solid looking port of the game. I also thought the sounds and musical jingles were well done. Family friendly wise, the game would most likely get an E for everyone rating if released today. Currently at PriceCharting.com, the game has a value of $14 loose, $18 complete, and $24 new. So what do I think of Jungle Hunt for the Atari 8-bit computers? It's fun, but almost too hard for me. I grew up playing the much easier Atari 2600 version, so this one was a bit of a shock to play. While I was able to get through the first 2 sections easy enough, I really struggled with the boulder stage. It wasn't until I made sure to hold diagonal up and left with jumping to make my jumps bigger and focused on jumping over 2 boulders in succession that I was able to complete it. When I finally was able to rescue the girl and began my second trip through the game, I got to meet those beloved monkeys on the vines. Apparently you're supposed to aim your jump so you land on the vine where they are not, but for me personally that's beyond my skill level. I simply had to take a loss of life when the monkey pushed me off and hope that he didn't appear again when I started over. And when I hit the second round of the boulder stage, that pretty much ended my game. Don't get me wrong, I had fun rescuing the girl the one time, but for me the difficulty increases way too quickly even on the beginner level, and it keeps me from wanting to replay this game more than every once in a while. So where am I going to rank Jungle Hunt? While I enjoy it to a degree, the lack of replayability due to the difficulty is going to push it to the bottom half of my personal list. I do like Frogger 2 more at number 8, but I will put this over E.T. Phone Home at 9. So the 12 games are now ranked for the Atari 8-bit computers. Jungle Hunt is swinging and swimming into the 9th position. Jungle Hunt on the Atari 8-bit computers can be fun, but it can also be frustrating. But that's just my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me both on the Facebook and the the Twitter, and click the bell so you don't miss any future videos. At this time, I'd like to thank the great Gary K and the Judge Johnny P for supporting the show on Patreon and nominating today's game. If you would like to sign up to support the show and gain access to exclusive perks, please go to patreon.com/NoSwearGamer. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care and watch out for mysterious Merc when swimming.